And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. McCabe. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tomlinson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Tomlinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check it back. Hey, 7:34. Check. 61. Match box.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good. 180. Check 52. One, later one. You're mine.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Monday, down. 180. Right there. 54. OP.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Tomlinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Tomlinson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under 10, 10. Later 2. Mike 5-4. White Monday down. He's tired of me. 1, later 1. Watch the shit.
From midfield, here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm going back to you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCabe, and that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, McCabe. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go one more. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Put that down.
On second and 11 now. Carr. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You're not ready.
From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up second and 4 at the 23.
To throw on second down. McCabe, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On the draw, this is Tomlinson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On second down, Tomlinson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the pass. Good dance. Go, go. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Later, 9.
Shotgun now for Carr. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Down. You want it, eh? 54. Check back. Express. 734. 54 is Mike. Henry. 54.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on second down. McCabe. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting set.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, McCabe, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Down. 180. Mike 54. I got it. Go.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this time, Carl throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Throwing on 1st down. McCabe. It's Kelsey on the grab. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, McCabe. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Down. 185. 54. Right. 54. Don't let him breathe. OP. Don't let him breathe, defense. Slam, slam. White, 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 white. Twist. Watch the twist. General West. Mike 54. White Monday. 54. Well, we take 3. 218, chopper. Back. Easy, easy. Kill, kill.
Now after the INT, it's Carr looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 23-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hatch it. Check what he do. Hey, watch it. Do right. Watch out. Express.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
31, an 8-yard pickup, and a Cowboy first down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike. Check. Watch 54. Right down. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. SOS.
Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.